Hello, welcome. I'm going to look at Lego's Big Rig Truck Stop from 1987. So right now this is the box, of course. It might be squeezing a little out of frame, but it's just the border. So it's a 586 piece set. I've already built it, so video's not of me building it. I'm just going to look at the box, the manual, and then the set itself. So the back, of course, shows alternate builds. The manual only shows, the set you're intended to build, but you can be creative and get things that look like this. There is a price tag on the box still from Toys R Us. They charged $42.99. Of course, when you open it, the old style boxes have the big flap. So there's a blue tray inside, but of course no pieces right now. And the flap just shows more of the set. The manual is slightly different as far as the setup than what you see here. And it doesn't matter, but you're going to see, when you see the set, it's going to look a little different. The pumps are both like crossed directly from each other over here, and the signs over here. So I just did exactly what the manual has. And here's the manual. So with all my toy videos, there's always a blog post. There'll be a link in the video description if you want to see more pictures of the box. And I scanned the whole manual and then just took photos of the set. So they start by having you build each vehicle. There's a picture of the minifigures. Another thing on the box is I believe that was showing that guy with a white hat, but he actually has a gray hat. And it goes horizontal for the buildings. You get this really tiny table. It's a 4-piece. Like I said, the buildings are tiny and they're cramped, so when you play with the set, you're really going to just be playing with the trucks. So, not too much to see here. It's a small manual. Really, the vehicles are the most complex parts. Alright, I'm going to stick to this overhead view, but I will give close-ups. I'll take the camera down and hold it. It'll be a little shaky when I do that, but so you can get close-ups and front views. But from overhead, this is the set. Let me try adjusting the focus. It might change slightly. So the 2 gas pumps, flowers. There's this little cart here with tools and a tire on it. Thing is, it doesn't have real wheels on it. These are just solid pieces, so it doesn't actually roll. It's meant to look like it does. Of course, it slides on the plastic, but yeah, it doesn't really have wheels. There's a trash can over here. Under this, I don't know, you might be able to see it. Just to lift a vehicle. And then the buildings. The sign, let me just pull it off so you can see it. Just shows pictures of the services available at the truck stop. Alright, grab the minifigures. So these two are the employees of the truck stop. This guy drives the tow truck, so I guess he's employed here too. And then these are the truck drivers passing through. Let's start with the tow truck. So it has these 2 strings with hooks to tow a vehicle. You get this double thing here with the cranks. You can adjust the slack on the strings. Like a lot of the vehicles back here, the roof. It's easier to pop the roof to put a minifigure inside because you can go through the doors, but it's a lot easier to go through the roof. Alright, go to the blue truck. Blue truck doesn't have a trailer. They only give you the pieces to build 1 trailer. I did cheat in a couple places. I couldn't find every single piece. You probably wouldn't even notice, but I'm going to point it out anyway. The back is supposed to also have one of these flat blue pieces that are 4 long, but couldn't find another one, so I just stuck a 2-piece on there. So the guy in blue overalls drives the blue truck. And then the last vehicle, it's the big one. Of course, the guy in the black overalls drives the black truck. These probably look almost identical at first glance. The thing popped off. But they're actually slightly different. You can see, probably from this angle, this is a slightly slanted windshield, whereas this one's perfectly flat. This trailer does pop off, and there's a little stand underneath, and I have to knock that off too. So you can just remove it and set it aside. There's one more thing to show you before I switch camera views. I'll just move these out of here. Let's put these guys here. You can take this piece off. This yellow piece is holding the two roads together. You can do this and set it that way. This could be good for space, or just if you're building a town around it, it might be good to have roads on both sides. You do block the interior of the buildings, but they're really not that interesting, so you probably don't need to do too much in the buildings. Okay, so I'm going to grab the camera now. The audio is going to shift a little because the microphone's going to be off to my side, and it might be a little shaky, but I'll try to do my best to give you some close-ups. Okay, I'll try to hold the camera steady as best I can. I'm just going to move forward and adjust focus as I get close. Of course, the doors do work. There's a door here, then one over by that guy, and this is one of the type of windows where the glass does flip up. These other windows do not open. Just drive a truck down the road. And I'm going to put the camera down and show you the tow truck. It's hard to do with one hand, so the strings just kind of rest on the top. Now it's a little not quite in focus, but I'm going to unclip one. I'm not going to do both. One of the hooks, just attach it to this blue truck. Lift in the string, set the string back. And then, there you go. Alright, show the back. I'm just going to spin the set around. Pick the camera back up. And I'll start over here. This tiny room. There's not too much here. It's just a telephone and a walkie-talkie attached to a half wall. Over here is the rest area kind of spot where truckers sit down. And it comes with 2 red cups. There's 2 seats. And that's it. There's not too much in these buildings, like I said. So if you want to see photos, check out the blog. There's a link in the video description. And thanks for watching.